just, when you look at the first 3 wins that this team's had, you guys have won in comeback fashion. I know you fell short tonight, but just to see the fight in that bottom of the ninth, what does that just say so early about this group you have?
Yeah, it speaks to the fight, and also, just not, giving the game away in the sense of, you get the closer in the game and then you stress him, and that could affect us or affect them the next couple games. So I think that's a positive in itself. But yeah, I mean, I thought they pitched just well tonight. Couple atom balls that turned into double plays that I felt could have changed the inning or the game. The Muncie ball, the Miggy ball. But you got to give those guys credit. And that lefty who came in kept us at bay. And, yeah. So I thought it was just one of those games that, they made more plays than we did. And I thought, encouraged by Roki's outing today, that was a good thing.
On Roki, you mentioned, of course, with this bullpen he recently had, you found something. I mean, what stood out to you most just about his outing tonight?
I thought that he was just more online tonight. I thought, the misses weren't bad misses. I thought he was in a good rhythm. And, I mean, he was attacking. I thought he did a much better job of attacking tonight.
With this stuff, how much difference does it make just when he has blue leagues around the zone, let alone in the zone?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you get Ramirez out, you punch him out, you get him out, and then it just speaks to, he's getting one of the best hitters in the game out and kept him, at bay. And so if he can, throw 99 miles an hour in the strike zone and mix in that split that really is unpredictable, with the movement profile. I think today was a really good step. Pitch count was fine. We got him into the 4th inning, and then so now, the goal is to keep, going deeper in games. But I really did think that today was a good step in the right direction for Roki.
You mentioned the Ramirez strikeout. Just that 3rd inning felt like one that would have spiraled on him in the spring. What do you think of the way he responded there?
Yeah, I thought he responded. He did, and I think that, obviously he gave up a, hard out to right field. I think Manzardo hit it, but he still didn't give up walks. And I think in that situation where the inning would have gotten away from it, has gotten away from him, but I think right there he still went after him and got behind the count, but went after him, and we got an out. And so it got us to the next inning, and I wanted to get him through that 9-hitter. And Tanner's going to get Quan at the top, but yeah, that's growth, and I know he was a little bit nervous going into this start about what to expect, which is an honest admission, but he responded well.
You said his confidence was pretty low coming into tonight. Just like, how much can that help with the confidence moving forward now?
I think it should be a big boost to his confidence, and I think that he's being very honest with you guys in the sense of, he's a confident player, but when you don't have success, it's hard to have real confidence. So that was certainly an honest admission. But yeah, when you perform, then you start to build true confidence. So hopefully, he can build on this one.
As you're watching Roki in the 1st inning, what's his body language telling you?
I thought he was. I thought he had the right intentions. He was knowing that he needed to go after the hitters, and I think he was it was a wait and see, kind of demeanor in the sense of, what you're supposed to do, know what you want to do, and until you actually do it, holding your breath a little bit. So then I think once he got out of that inning, he was like, okay, I can do this, and then wanted to go out there and keep doing it.
That changed throughout the 2nd, 3rd, 4th?
I did, yeah.
It's only 4 games, but just with the way, like, a lot of the guys, especially at the top of the lineup, were hitting during the spring, are you just surprised that group has gotten off to kind of a slow start this week?
Not. I mean, I am surprised that they got off to a slow start, but you just never really know. Spring training is just not a predictive. It's just not. And so, I think for me the takeaway is we're 3-1, and the guys that we expect to swing the bats aren't swinging the bats right now, so that's a good thing. So they'll hit.
How has the new cutter slider kind of impacted Roki's ability to attack hitters and play off the fastball?
I think more of like, we're trying to just kind of manage the first 2 pitches and feel some confidence and then sort of get to that. I think that's important, and I think I don't know the exact usage of that third pitch, but it's probably pretty low tonight.
Are you guys calling that pitch a cutter? Is it a cutter?
I'm not sure, Jack. I don't know.
A small sample size, but what's been different about Tanner Scott this early?
I think he's using different parts of the plate. I think the slider's just a better pitch this year than it ever was last year. I think the slider's just better. The slider's better, and then the fastball is using it in different locations. So really good.
It's just 3 outings, but are you seeing more confidence out of him just with each consecutive appearance and more good results this way?
Yeah, and I think even with Tanner, who's as good as anyone at kind of, washing the slate clean, but you still got to have success. And when you are not having success, it's like here we go again kind of mindset. So for him to get off to a good start, it's important.
You think Justin just got a little too fine with that bases loaded walk in the 7th?
I think he started to overthrow. I thought, he was kind of 94, 95, and then he's touching 97 in that Hoskins at bat, missing, real balls out of hand with it too. And then I think he missed close on a breaking ball, and then the breaking ball down and in. So, he had him, and but for him to bounce back after that and throw up 2 scoreless innings was a good thing. So we didn't have to, use anybody else in the pen.
Just to confirm, will Shohei start and hit leadoff tomorrow?
He will hit leadoff tomorrow.